All right. Cover the homework. Let's go over it. Okay, what question do we want to cover before I collect? 19 and 20. Can someone read to me what 19 is? If you don't got 19, you better hurry and jot it down now while we're going over it. Yeah, I'm covering one question from the homework, and then I'm going to give you the homework, and I'll cover one question from that for you. 19, somebody got to give it to me, though. Somebody gonna read me 19? What we got? What is it?
3x squared.
Huh? 3x squared. Huh? Equals 2. That's it?
The chart, and then it's like
open parenthesis.
I can't like it. I don't know if you did complete it later.
That's it? All right. In the back. Hello. Chipper Chapper, Miami. All right, so the first thing you got to do is first put this in quadratic form. Quadratics always go from quadratic, where you have x squared, to a regular x, to just a constant. So the first thing you should have did here was distribute. All right? You should have distributed that first. Right?
You don't do the b squared, the minus b and everything, or not?
Nah, just let's start on the right side and distribute first. So when you distribute, you got 3x squared equals 4x plus 2. With me so far? Right? So then the next thing you got to do is now bring everything to one side and set it to 0. Or you can bring everything on this side and set it to 0. We'll make it easier is if I bring the 3x over here and set it to 0. So just subtract 3x squared from both sides. With me? When you do that, you'll end up with your, I'm going to put it over here. You'll get your 0, which is fine. Let me rewrite it.
And then you get
You'll end up with negative 3x squared plus 4x plus 2 equals 0. Got that?
X is 2.
What you mean x is 2?
Yeah, because 3, I know it's...
Nah, we distribute. Remember 2 and 2x is how you get the 4x. 2 and 1 and you get the 2. So now balance the equation, put everything on one side and it's set to 0. Yeah, so now label your points. This is my A, that's my B, this is my C. What was the quadratic formula? What was the quadratic formula? Wait.
oh, and now you do.
Well, first you got to give it to me. What's the formula?
X is equal to negative.
Huh? What you mean? Why would it be
The
negative?
2 was on the left side. Once it moved it to the right of the equal sign, when it turned to negative 2.
What was on the No, I moved the 3x. I moved the 3x over.
Wait, so you need the formula?
So you see how I distributed, right? You with me so far? And then I took the 3x and subtracted 3x from both sides. That set it to 0. So now it's negative 3x plus 4x plus 2.
Oh, for me, it told me to take everything on the left side to the right and then make the 2 was negative.
That's one way you can do it. Either the 2 was going to be negative or the 3 was going to be negative. So I brought the 3 over. All right? So what was that formula that we talked about yesterday? The quadratic formula.
It was B.
Uh-huh. Negative B plus or minus square root B squared
Minus 4ac.
all divided by
2A.
2a. Let me pause real quick. Getting that annoyed? Hold on, let me use the force real quick. Using the force. With me? So now, let's set it up. What was my B? This should be what now? Minus 4 plus or minus square root 4 to the second power minus 4 times what's A and what's C? Negative 3 times 2, all divided by 2 times negative 3. That was your B, plus or minus negative B squared, 4 squared. Good to go? Can I simplify it? Simplifying it down, this becomes negative 4 plus or minus square root 4 squared is 16. What is negative 4 times negative 3?
12.
Positive 12 plus 2, times 2.
24.
Very good.
And then
So that's plus 24 all over negative 6.
40.
I'm going to bring this over here for space sake, just for space sake. So now, this becomes negative 4 plus or minus square root 16 plus 24.
40.
Square root of, somebody said it, I heard it.
40.
You got a question? What's the question? Well, hold on, we'll finish it and then tell me what you did. So all of that is over what? Negative 6. Now, to keep it simple, Max, and to help you keep it concise, if it's not a clean square root radical for 40, the radical of 40, you can keep it as radical 40. Or unless you want to punch it in and tuck in those numbers in, maybe you can round it to the thousands. But keep it at radical 40 if it's not a clean radical cut. You get where I'm coming from? Because if you put that in the calculator, it's going to come out to a whole number in a decimal, dot. We don't need that. You want to mess. So keep it at radical 40. So remember, this plus or minus turns it into 2 equations. One side,
That's just the answer, the plus or minus that equation.
you could, but this would be negative 4 plus or minus square root of 40 over negative 6.
And that's one answer.
That's one answer.
Okay, yeah.
The other side will be negative 4 minus radical 40 all over negative 6. There's your 2 answers. Yeah.
It was like a little bit different, and then it was like 3x equals 4x plus 2.
Uh-huh.
We moved 4x plus 2 to the other side,
And that made them all negative.
and it made it positive. We have 4.
How could you do that? How can it make them positive if it's negative?
Because we did.
Remember, we got to the same thing though.
Yeah, but we got positive. So I don't know. No, because look.
Well, how would you remember, the formula starts off with a negative B.
Yeah, and I made it negative because they cancel out. And
Go negative. Where's your initial equation? Right here? Here's the extreme. So
and where's the other side?
use
And I
this,
got
use that.